This Sun-Gazette video coverage is proudly sponsored by Woodlands Bank.
Just talk about your match there with Cameron, because obviously you've faced him 5 times now. What's kind of the strategy going into it?
Stick to what I'm good at and win the scrambles, win the basics, and find a way to win the match.
It seemed like it's one of those, against him, it's one of those things where it's almost like a chess game where you're just waiting for that right moment to kind of strike. Is that kind of the approach you take with him?
Yeah, it's just like back to what I was saying. You just got to stay in basic fundamentals, and, against an elite wrestler like Cam, you only have 1 to 2 opportunities that are a second there to take, so it's hard to time, but I just got to stay basic and find a way to get those moments.
Mm-hmm. In overtime there, when you got that key point to get the win, what kind of happened in that moment?
I just believed in what my coach said. Was it an ugly win? Yeah, but it's hard wrestling, an elite guy, who's ranked in the nation and stuff, 5 weekends in a row. So he obviously goes back and tries to stop what I'm doing. But when I was in that position, I just thought back to what I was doing all week, just the basic stuff, riding the guy, because you see at the college level too. Hard and gut check matches are what proves the elite wrestlers from the great wrestlers. So.
When you're wrestling him, 1 and 2 in the state, how much do you kind of look forward to those matchups against competition like that?
I look forward to it a lot, but wrestling the same kid over and over and over, and everyone gets in your head. The problem about wrestling is everyone likes to see you win until you lose. So being a great wrestler, it's kind of hard sometimes because everyone expects you to win, expects you to go out and dominate. They don't understand the pressure that you have on them. Mm-hmm. So for Cam, he has no pressure on because I've been on 4 weekends in a row. I'm #1 in the state. I have all these goals, but yet he's a state medalist. He's a Fargo place winner. He's 2nd in the state, and no one expects him to win. So he has absolutely no pressure on him, which kind of gives him an advantage. But, you got to set that from the side and just keep wrestling. Mm-hmm. Do
you kind of feel, like, mentioned with the pressure and all that, do you kind of feel like you have a target on your back being the top-ranked wrestler in the state?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it grows, but, just got to find a way to put it aside. I have 1 more week. A week from now, I'll be staying on top of the podium, and it'll all be worth it.
This is your 3rd straight regional gold medal. What's that mean to you to be able to win 3 in a row like that?
It's a good goal, but like my coach said, you got to find a way to win in advance, and the ultimate goal will be March 9th, 10th, 11th at the Giant Center.
You and Brant both going as brothers to Hershey. What's that mean to be able to kind of share that this year?
I mean, it's awesome. Watching him be able to grow as my brother, a wrestler, and a friend, it's just remarkable. I can't wait to step on the mat with him there because we grew up. When my dad was at Muncie, watching Joe Clark, Ryan Hemberry, all those guys win state titles, and we always keep track of the brackets, we cheer, and we're like, man, it's going to be us one day together, and then now, it's here. Time flies, so I'm going to enjoy it with him because I don't have many moments like this with him.
Do you guys kind of give each other advice and tips when you're out there?
Yeah, I try to give Brandon tips, but he knows he's better than me at wrestling, so it's kind of hard to do because he's going out here majoring kids and stuff. So I usually listen to the advice he gives me, and when I tell him, he just doesn't listen.
Gotcha. Thanks, Connor.
I appreciate it.
Congrats. Against Ross there in the final, what was kind of working for you in that match? What was kind of key for you?
Well, obviously the cradle, it was working for me, even though it took me forever to finally pin him, but he was fighting pretty hard. And I was just snapping him down, and that was working.
Mm-hmm. What's it mean to win regional gold and be going on to states again?
It's definitely nice to be moving on, but it was the expectation, so just got to win it every week.
What's kind of been the, I guess, what are the expectations at the states? And obviously last year you got there, came up just shy of winning it all. Is that kind of motivating you to kind of get back to get that gold?
Yeah, I think losing last year definitely motivated me throughout the summer and throughout the season, just because I don't want to have to experience that again. I want to win.
You and your brother are both going back to Hershey together. What's that mean for you both to be able to qualify again?
It feels good doing it with my brother, especially because it's his last year. So it's going to be special, definitely.
What would you say is your biggest strength when you're on the mat?
Probably my strength and just being physical, and I guess my technique too.
You're ranked #1 in the state, and I believe your brother's ranked as well. What's it mean for you guys both to be, to be among the top there in your respective weights?
It just shows that we're working hard and we're ready to win state titles.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Wrestling Championship Final, 133 pounds, about 213. Jake Covey, Miami area, Scott Johnson, Watson.
Circle. Finish. Finish it. Get to your feet right away.
Just talk about how tough it was to kind of wrestle him there in that final, because it seemed like you getting a lot of offense going, but you just couldn't get those key points.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get to my stuff, and I kind of got out of whack from the first period, so I didn't go good.
I think in the second period there was only 1 or 2 points. You kind of were in it there, but I guess what was kind of the toughest part of his game to try to counter against?
It's hard to score on. Hard to get him in position to shoot shots.
What does it mean, though, for you to be moving on, though, again to the state tournament?
I mean, yeah, it's the goal. You got to qualify. And this doesn't really matter, but the last match matters, so just looking forward to that.
You know, obviously you and your brother are both going again. What's it mean for both of you guys to both qualify again?
It feels good. I mean, it seems to always be one-upping me. So it's good.
Talk too about Muncie. You guys have, I think, 4 moving on to the state tournament. Just talk about the success the school's having.
I mean, the last couple of years haven't been as successful as we wanted. I mean, we only had 2 guys go to state some years, and it's good that we finally got 3 guys going. And it's not just myself, pretty much there. So.
Yeah. What would you say? I guess what are the expectations for not just you, but for the whole team here at States? I mean, obviously you want to get to the podium and reach that, but what are kind of the expectations?
We all think that we have a good shot at the top. Gage he's young, but that doesn't mean anything.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, perfect. 1 man, 1 3, I'll take off 4 shots. One, 2, 3. 1.